Never fear, Cindersh is here. And today I have a slice of life from Dragonball video for you. And what we want to look at today is Gohan's approach to being a father in Dragon Ball Super. And I want to start by mentioning Team 4-Star and the Dragon Ball Z Abridged. You may or may not be a fan of their work. If you've not checked them out, I recommend you do so. I'm a fan. And one of the portrayals I like that they bring out, maybe overemphasize a little bit, is the fact that Kid Gohan has daddy issues. Now, most of us have issues one way or another, whether we've got good parents or bad parents. You know, the way they raise us will influence our lives for the future, and sometimes we want to rebel, we want to imitate. And in Gohan's case, as he grows up, he chooses he does not want to imitate the example of his father, who was not around a large part of his life. At 4 years old, Gohan has his father die practically right in front of him, and he's gone for a year. Now Gohan wants his family to be the way it was. You know, those first 4 years of Gohan's life, Goku was around a lot. He didn't go off training the way he would probably have liked to. He stayed close to home. Something he doesn't do once all his adventures in Dragon Ball Z begin. But between Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, he is around a lot. He stays close to home. Spends time with his son and his wife. And that's early young Gohan's image of his father. But then Gohan gets kidnapped by his uncle, and his father dies to rescue him. And then Gohan wants to bring his father back to life. He wants things to return to normal. That's what he wants his first couple of years. Because he just wants things to return to normal. He wants all these weird things to be over with. Raditz, Vegeta, Frieza. He doesn't want those things to happen ever again. And so he's hoping when his father returns from Namek, which he doesn't right away, but when his father returns from his training in space, things will finally settle back down, which they don't. And he loses his father again. Now for 7 years, his father is dead. And Goku tells him, "Don't bring me back." So Gohan's not expecting him to ever return. It just happens to be chance that come the Buu Saga, he ends up returning. But they were expecting him to be gone permanently. So Gohan spends most of his childhood and teenage years with no father. And he doesn't want to do that to his wife and his children. You know, not only would he have been affected by his not having a father, but he would have seen signs of how it affected Chi-Chi, his mother. And so he wouldn't want to do that to Videl as his wife either. And so Gohan doesn't go off and train all the time. He won't even take a job that's going to cause him to be away from home months at a time, because he wants to be there as his daughter grows up and be a big part of her life, be a constant presence with Videl as his wife, because his father didn't do those things. So he's trying extra hard to make sure those things happen. And maybe somewhere in there he still has some of those memories of the father that was there when he was little, and how much he cherished those times, and it tried to make them come back again. Those two things combined would lead Gohan to be the character he is in Dragon Ball Super. Gohan is the character he's been made to be. He's supposed to be. He ought to be. You know, all the things that happened in Dragon Ball Z would have pushed him to be like he is in Dragon Ball Super. Could he still be this powerhouse super fighter? Yes, he could. But that was never his character. His desire for his family to be together is always what drove any fighting he did do. To bring peace and happiness to his family. That's all he ever wanted. That's all he wants now. And for him, that right now, that means he doesn't go off fighting when he doesn't have to, doesn't need to. And facing Frieza when Frieza came back and he couldn't stand up, that did encourage him to think about the idea that training could be useful again, and that if a threat came to Earth, maybe he will fight it, want to fight it, to protect his family. But he's not going to go off searching for adventure, searching for a fight the way his father does. Team 4-Star does this thing in the Cell Saga where future Trunks tells future Gohan, you're a lot like your father, and Gohan gets very defensive. In what way? You're the strongest and bravest. Oh, okay. But even future Gohan didn't want to be like his father, who had abandoned everyone, who died and just disappeared when everyone needed him most. Both versions of Gohan were scarred by all the events that transpired with his father, leading his father to not be around when he was young. Well, that's my video for today. Hope you find this informative and that it does help you to understand why Gohan has turned out to be what he is in Dragon Ball Super. Hope you will check out my other videos and continue to watch for upcoming videos. This is Super Saiyan 7 Cinderish, and I will have more content for you in the near future. So thank you for watching. Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Super are property of Funimation, Viz TV, Fuji TV, Toei Animation, and Dragon Ball Z Abridged is the property of Team 4-Star. Of course, all of it, the initial creator for them was Akira Toriyama. Please check out their content.